if you would be so kind as to allow me to direct your attention to the computer desk behind me. I want to show you something. This is a hole that I made in my computer desk, and as you can see, it is perfectly fist-shaped. Not gonna lie to you, I absolutely performed some domestic violence on that piece of furniture. Very angry ape behavior, very cringe behavior, if I'm being honest with you. So, the million-dollar question, why did I do this to my computer desk? Well, the answer is in two parts. Part one, I did not realize that this cheap IKEA desk was not just one fat wafer of particle board, but actually two thin pieces of particle board with a gap in between. Had I known that, I think I probably could have restrained myself, but that is besides the point. Part two, the answer. Many of you know that I got laid off in July from an amazing salaried photo and video job. Finally got to experience what that was like, working with a team that I really enjoyed, getting paid what I thought was fair, and having a work-life balance that did not leave me feeling extremely exhausted and feeling like the work I was doing didn't matter. So it was great while it lasted. Gained a lot of professional and honestly personal validation from that job while I had it. But I lost it. I got laid off days after my birthday, in fact. So since then, I've been forced to ask myself a series of important questions about what to do next. Who am I? What do I want to do now that the situation that I'm in has changed dramatically? And while I'm asking myself all these questions about my identity and my career and what I want my life to look like, I am reminded that my move from Ireland to Utah was always supposed to be temporary. It took me a lot longer to find gainful employment when I moved back, longer than I expected. But the plan originally was to work that job a few years, rebuild my savings, get some awesome portfolio material, and then move, either to Oregon, Washington, Colorado, potentially. But I lost the job, and this desire to move did not go with it. So, realizing that to become a therapist via a Master of Social Work degree, that's going to be years of schooling. And I had to ask myself, am I going to stay here in Utah and do a 2-year master's, or am I going to move out of state and pay massive amounts of out-of-state tuition just to go to school somewhere else? And as much as it killed me to admit it, spending extra tens of thousands of dollars to go to school out of state was just not worth it. As much as I want to be a therapist as soon as possible, it just did not seem very smart, to put it simply, to spend that much money just to go out of school in another state as quickly as possible. It just didn't make sense. So I came to terms with the fact that, like, okay, I'll just do a 2-year master's program. It is the fastest route to get to a master's of social work to become a therapist, and I'll bite the bullet. I will just stay in Utah. I will wait until the fall semester starts, so really it's 3 years, and I'll just do the 2-year master's, and once all that's said and done, I'll just transfer my license, pay all the whatever fees, and then move to Washington. But in the process of figuring out how to do this at the U, I scheduled a meeting with a counselor, and the earliest meeting that they could do was October 22nd or something. And within 5 minutes of that Zoom call, I was informed that I'd missed the application window for that 2-year program by, I think, 3 days. And when I heard that, it felt like I had lit a year of my life on fire for nothing. That I was going to be trapped in a place that I didn't want to live another year on top of me waiting a year till fall semester to start a 2-year program that I already was really struggling to accept. This 2-year program that has functionally turned into a 3-year program that kind of started to feel like a 4-year program. That was too much to handle, so as soon as that Zoom call ended, I beat the ever-loving shit out of that table. And a garbage can, which is out of frame, but you don't need to see the carnage of that. And I have not crashed out like that in a incredibly long time. But as embarrassing as that was to lose my shit like that, I also have to recognize that this is a very important message coming from myself to myself. And that message is, I can't stay here that long. There was a part-time 3-year program that I was considering, but it dawned on me, as long as this is going to take me 3 years, officially, no matter what I do, there is no avenue that I can reasonably take that would get me to become a therapist in 2 years' time. Why not just move to Washington, gain residency, decide if I want to live there still after that year, and assuming I do a 2-year program in Washington. That way I wouldn't have to transfer any of my credentials if I got them here in Utah. I would already have a network. There is a bunch of opportunities for tuition reimbursements and just professional networking that I could take advantage of. And the whole time I'm there, I would be somewhere different, somewhere new, somewhere that excites my novelty-seeking ADHD brain. So, this is my very long-winded way of saying that next year I am moving to Washington. And I am hoping to find an apartment by July. And in the meantime, I have entered entry-level social work as a RBT, which is a registered behavioral technician. I just barely accepted a conditional offer of employment, and assuming I pass the training successfully and pass an exam, I'll be a registered RBT, working with autistic kids and adults and helping them learn more effective communication strategies. So, the road to becoming a licensed therapist via a social worker with a master's starts today. So, and 2 things that I'm very relieved by is, 1, this is not going to be like how it was with Ireland, where not only am I 5,000 miles away, literally, but also 7 hours ahead via the clock. So the feeling was like I just fell off the face of the earth. When people are coming off of work here in Utah, I'm going to bed, and when I'm waking up, they're all asleep. Thrilled that I'll only be 1 hour behind everybody and just a 12-hour drive away from Seattle. So that's a relief. And the second thing I'm relieved by, because the application process for residency is the way that it is, I don't have to move right now. I can wait until the summer to begin my residency process and checking those boxes. So that means I'm going to have, from now until then, to see as much of you guys as possible, to have as much fun as I can, to make as many meaningful memories and connections as I can, and truck willing a final season of spring and early summer camping and maybe some festival going. So all that to say, if you've got fun things going on, if you want to see me, I want to see you, and I really do want my time here to be as meaningful as possible. Again, I'm not dying. I am not vanishing off the face of the earth like how it was with Ireland. And I will be visiting frequently because my folks live here, my brother lives here. It'll never be a situation of not being able to afford to visit, which is great. We love free rent when we're visiting. But yeah, so just figured I would tell you all as soon as I got the confirmation about my new job. Figured I'd wait until I actually got confirmation before I threw any of this out there. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all for your friendship and your love, and I can't wait to have some last hurrahs with you guys going into next year. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I said that's it, so I guess that has to be it. Bye!